Hi everyone, this is Belinda from Belinda's Babblings, and today I'm going to be trying Color Oops. I picked this up at Shoppers Drug Mart. I've never used it before, but I'm hoping that it works really well. So Color Oops is a hair color remover, and the reason I bought this was because I had my hair really nice and red, and then I decided I wanted to put dread extensions in, but the dreads that I had were black, so I had to dye my hair, so I used a semi-permanent dark brown hair color. Well, unfortunately, it wasn't semi-permanent and it stuck to my hair and it would not go away. So 3 months after I put the semi-permanent hair dye in my hair, it faded a little bit and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to try to go back to red. And I put the red hair color in my hair, and the only thing that turned out was the roots. So we had a little bit of red here, and then the rest was like a dark brown. And because I was so frustrated, I just ended up saying, you know what, back to black. I've, had black hair before, whatever. But the other night I went out and there was a picture taken, and my face looked so drained of any life. I was so white. And as you can see in the webcam here, my skin color, I'm light skinned, but I'm not white like a sheet. So it really looked bad. So I'm hoping to, if I did go dark again, that I'm going to do something maybe like a dark brown, not going to go black again. Or at least I don't think I'm going to. Anyway, so I had went to the cosmetician and I had asked her if she knew about Color Oops. And clearly she didn't. But anyway, she said she did. And I said, okay, well, how far back will, like, what color will it take out of my hair? How far back are we going? And she goes, what do you mean? And I said, well, I've been dyeing my hair for ages. And she goes, oh, it'll take everything out from your natural color. And I said, oh, okay, well, last time I had my natural color, I was probably 13 years old, which is like a dark brown. And she goes, oh, okay, well, it will take everything out that you've done over the years. And I said, that didn't sound right to me, but, I was like, okay, sounds good to me. But then I got home and I read the instructions. According to the instruction sheet, it says here, if you have naturally dark hair and you colored your hair to a light color and then recolored to a dark color and then used Color Oops, your hair will be returned to the light color, not your dark natural color. So according to this, I should go back to the red roots with the dark. You know what? I'm not even too sure what is going to happen. Will I have patchwork hair? Will it do anything? I'm not sure, but I figured I'd give it a try and bring you guys along on my experience. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so what you get in the package is you get 2 bottles here, which you'll have to mix together, just like when you dye your hair. You mix the two products together. Okay, so you get those 2 things. You get the applicator nozzle thing. Then you get a little baggie, and it has a plastic hairnet sort of thing. I got the extra strength. You can see it right there. I'm not sure if there is any other strengths, but I picked this one over another brand because I'm like, okay, well, extra strength, I will probably need that. So I'm going to apply the product to my hair, and I will come back on the video once I've got, the fancy plastic hairnet on me, and then I will explain what I did. I just don't feel you really need to see me applying it to my hair because, it's a simple process and I'm sure you'll be able to do it just fine. Okay, so now I've got the lunch lady cap thing on. Oh gosh, I look ridiculous. Okay. Anyway, I mixed the 2 products. Like I said, I had to use 2 boxes. My hair, it's maybe the length is only here, but it's really, really thick. The 2 bottles, that was just enough for my hair. So if you have really long hair and it's thick, you're probably going to need to buy more, which really sucks because it's almost $20 a bottle. But I mean, if it works, then fabulous. So I actually, when I was, first I did the top of my hair, and then I was doing the tips of my hair. And when I was doing the tips of my hair, I actually seen a bit of a light brown up here. So it works pretty quickly. It's only been about 2 minutes since I've had the cap on. In the directions, it doesn't say that you should use a hair dryer, but I'd seen that in another video. So I think I'm actually going to try that. What it says in the instructions, it says, okay, place the cap on the hair after you've applied everything. You process for up to 20 minutes. I'll probably leave it for 10 extra minutes. While processing, be certain that the room is not cold, and be certain that you are not sitting near a vent blowing cool air, as this will affect timing and results. So I think that's why in another video a girl used a hair dryer, because I guess that was supposed to help. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes now that I've had the cap on my hair. I've blow dried it just a few times, a couple minutes each time. So I haven't taken the cap off yet, so I'm going to do that now on camera. I guess according to the instruction sheet, the rinsing and washing of the hair will actually bring out more of the color. So what we see here when I take the cap off, it might actually be the color will come out more. Or supposedly that's what it says in the instructions. Okay, so I'm taking the cap off now. Oh, good Lord. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to look in the mirror here. Okay, so you can see that there's some orange root. There's some orange on the side. You can see right at the front here, it's actually still quite black. Maybe not as black. Let's see. Holy crap, that piece back there is like coppery. It looks like what your hair would look like if you bleached it. Except there's still some really dark spots. I'm hoping that comes out. But it's strange, you know, because I actually didn't have copper hair before this, so it was red. So I'm not too sure what's going to happen when I wash my hair out. I don't know if it's going to look lighter than this. I don't know. Anyway, so now I have to wash my hair for about 30 minutes. The instruction sheet says, rinse with warm water and shampoo, then rinse for 15 to 20 minutes. Additional rinsing is needed for longer, thicker hair. Because my hair takes 2 bottles, I'm going to say maybe 30-35 minutes I'm going to have to do this for. Oh, and I'm whispering because it's really late and everyone's sleeping. Okay, so it says the more you rinse, the better your results. So I'm hoping that the areas that are dark fade a bit more, because this is just really wild and really crazy right now. Okay, so it's now morning. I've got my hair dry, it's straightened, and I thought I'd show you the color, what it looks like now. You can see, color's not that good on my webcam. You can see that my hair is lighter, it's not black anymore. It's not as light as I thought it would be, but my roots are so light. Like, I'm not sure if you can actually see it. Like I said, the lighting is not the greatest in here. I'm gonna bring you over to the window here so you can see. Hopefully you can see it better. Okay, so right there you can see how bright the roots really are. Okay, they're like a yellowy, goldy, I don't know. The rest of my hair isn't like that. But it's not just at the top. You can see the roots are very light all throughout my hair. So, and then you've got dark, regular, We got a little bit of dark again. It's almost like stripes, but I'm glad it got most of the black out. Now I can dye my hair again if I want to, and hopefully it will turn out better. So I'd say that Color Oops works really well to get out the color. It may not go to a color that you want to keep on its own. You know, you might want to put a hair dye on top of it, because if it turns out like mine did, you've got all different, it's kind of like patchwork a little bit. When I was rinsing it out, I washed my hair about 5 times. I was in there for about 30 minutes. It's probably also important to note that the hair dye, or not the hair dye, but the color remover, it has a very different smell to it. It honestly smells like someone ate a dozen hard-boiled eggs and then went on a farting spree. The whole apartment down here smells like someone just did egg farts all over. If you're expecting the smell, then I guess it's more tolerable. So now that you've been warned, it's not going to be a surprise to you. Overall, I'm really happy with the results of the Color Oops. My hair may not be perfect, but it really took out most of the black. And also, it doesn't damage your hair because it's not like bleach. Also, I find that when I have bleached my hair quite a long time ago, I would have to do 3-4 applications and there would still be some dark spots, and that gets, you know, pretty expensive. So while the Color Oops is almost $20 a bottle, I would say go for it, because then, you know, it's still cheaper than if you have to bleach your hair 3, 4, 5 times to get all the color out. So I hope this video has helped you. If you have any questions about the product or anything, you can leave me a comment in the section below and I'll respond to you as soon as I can. Okay, so thank you for watching my video and I hope it helped. Okay, thanks.